She was sitting all alone over on the tailgate, 10 legs swinging by a Georgia plate. I was looking for her boyfriend, thinking no way she ain't. Soon as I said
all right. I can see what I can tell what you're thinking. I can see it, it's written in your eyes. This guy gets laid all the time. You might think that, but you might be surprised, actually. It's really hard for a comic to get laid. Just ask Bill Cosby. My name is Dave Johnson, and I am from Southeast Iowa, where men are men and the sheep are nervous. How about that? Those of you who aren't from Southeast Iowa, before the night's over, I hope you get a chance to sample some of Southeast Iowa's culture. And by culture, of course, I mean crystal methamphetamines. Is there any Bill Engwall or Jeff Foxworthy fans out there? Let's get a big round of applause for these guys. These are the guys that inspired me to get into comedy. I watched their movies, I watched their stand-up, I watched their TV shows, and I came to the conclusion, if these two losers with no talent can make it, maybe I could too, if I could. So I wanted to take a little bit of what they did, a little bit of their here's your sign, and you might be a redneck, and give it a little Southeast Iowa flavor. So I come up with a little something I like to call, you might be a meth user. If your current teeth size is half of your former teeth size, you might be a meth user. If you've ever been evicted at gunpoint from a garage you were living in, you might be a meth user. If all you want for Christmas is Sudafed lithium batteries and anhydrous, I think you might have a serious problem. If you've ever appeared on an episode of American Pickers, you guys are cool. And finally, if you ever wake up from a drunken stupor to find you've been elected mayor of Toronto, I'm kind of swinging wild at this point. So you guys look like a group that would like topical humor. So I guess Caitlyn Jenner's been in the news quite a bit. Guess who wants to date Caitlyn Jenner? Believe it or not, Dennis Rodman. Yeah, Caitlyn ain't having it. She said, hell no, I'm not dating him. He's a freak. This thing on? She said he's a freak. Okay, I can see you're a little disappointed in that joke. I want you to know that I also know what it's like to be disappointed. As a matter of fact, my last hooker showed up with a penis. I thought I was very direct about it. I think I handled it pretty well. Looked him dead in the eye and I said, listen, I'm only paying half for this. You guys are cool. I went back in the 80s, I was in the Army. How about that, huh? Serving overseas for my country. I joined the Army because I thought I was a badass. But I wasn't as badass as I thought I was, because I signed up for some airborne training, and I was all gung-ho until it was time to jump out of the plane, and I had some reservations. So I told the drill sergeant, I said, I'm not sure I want to jump. And he says, son, you got two choices. Either jump out of my plane or stay up here and have sex with me. What do? A little at first. A little at first, yeah. I should have saved that hooker with a penis joke for right there, huh? You guys are cool, man. Anyway, we got a great show for you. By now, you probably noticed I'm a little slower than regular people. I'd like to, I can explain it a little bit. What happened to me was I was breastfed by my grandmother. So I kind of developed a little slower than the other kids of my age. You guys laugh, but that shit fucked me all up. It still affects me today. I won't even buy milk unless it's expired. You guys ready for your headliner? This guy had a room in Vegas for 14 years, and just before 9/11, they had a USO tour, go over and entertain troops in Europe and military bases overseas. After 9/11, every other entertainer backed out of the tour except for Donzilla. Ladies and gentlemen, the first person to entertain our troops after 9/11, Donzilla.